When you were talking about with your family and how someone had to change that, is that where your name came from, Black Hero?
Yeah, you could say that, but it was more like I've been watching like animes, I guess, from I was like 4 or 5. So over the years, I guess I've just stuck with the story of, the protagonist, like the hero. The guy who just always gets beaten and always save the day. I was always just tight because I just felt like that was my story. When I moved out of my parents' house, like I was homeless for a bit and I moved into a house with a couple of my brethren them, and we was there, and at that time I had some money. So I was like, working a job and could pay for some stuff, and everything was good. Everyone was there with me, And I lost the job, going full force into music. And I remember going into the fridge for like orange juice. There was some orange juice in there, so, and make like a bun and cheese and orange juice because I'm hungry. And one of the homies' girlfriend said to me, you put nothing in the fridge? And I went like this. And this was after me buying groceries for months, paying rent for months, and like nobody ever had to complain. Like, I'm taking care of everybody now. I'm just going to get a juice. And she was just like, yo, you put nothing in the fridge. And that day was the most embarrassing day of my life. I just felt like, okay, I can't stay in this house. I went in the room and just started crying. And at the time, Wale had put out an album called Gifted. I won't forget. And on that album was a song called Black Heroes. And that album was just making me cry. I don't know why. I was just in the room, I was crying. And at the time, I was just like hearing a little voice in my head. So I had this book in front of me. And I said to myself in that moment, tonight is the night I'm going to find my name. At the time, I was going by JR. Everybody was calling me JR. I was like, that's not me. That's my father's name. Like, I'm a junior now. While I was listening to it, I saw the Black Hero and I was like, yo, such a cool song. And then a voice in my head said, yeah, man, stop the crying. You're a hero. And I just write down Black Hero. I said, no, I'm a Black Hero. And then after that, I just started seeing weird spellings in my head, like literally weird spelling, BLVK. And I had the hero. I was like, I met the E at 3. And I was like, oh, that looked kind of like an anime name. Look kind of like Superman. I'm like, it doesn't feel racial or nothing like that. It just feels like, oh, that's cool. And then from that day, I left out the house like 3 days after that. Went into a full years of homelessness, and now I'm here with you, Zenia. Like, that she